What's up? This is the direct. We with Pastor Blakes here, and we having an interview. We're going to talk to him and get into his head a little bit to see what's going on and what direction the ministry is going in. So, I know y'all been waiting for this, so here it is.
I'm just excited to be here with you. You're one of my favorite people in the world, and I love you. You're a product of New Home Family of Churches, and I'm just excited to see where God has brought you and where you're going from here, and how you've used all of the stumbling blocks in your life to become stepping stones to bring you to a higher place in God. I'm excited about that.
Well, I got great examples. Your teaching is empowered me. Whenever I need a good word or encouragement, I know where to turn, and there's nothing like having a good coach. You see, the Saints, they wasn't able to do well because the coach was missing this year.
Amen.
But they'll do probably much better next year.
No doubt about it.
I got a question. Where do you draw your energy to give to people?
Man, that's interesting because as you know, my life is very different now. The last 7 years since Katrina, I've been stretched between Texas and Louisiana, and ministry responsibilities have been tremendous. And I have found my energy comes from purpose, knowing, knowing who I am, knowing why I'm here, knowing what R.C. Blakes Jr. is supposed to do in life. I think if I was uncertain about my purpose and why I'm here, there's no way in the world I would have the motivation or the energy to do everything that I do on a daily and weekly basis.
Well, how do you how do you deal with the load of being in public and dealing with people, dealing with yourself, and family? How do you manage everything?
I think being honest helps a lot, because when you're a pastor, people have this false impression of you that somehow you're supposed to be perfect, and so if you buy into that, that lie as a pastor, you find yourself walking and living as a hypocrite. You find yourself walking and living as a hypocrite in society. Whereas me, I'm just, what you get is what you see is what you get. I try to be honest. I try to make people understand who I really am. I try to be the same person in and out of the public, so I don't have the responsibility of acting. You know what I mean? And then I have a strong family. Communication is important. When you have as much going on, your wife got to be on board, your children have to be on board. This evening I talked to my daughter at home, and she asked me when was I coming back home, and I explained to her I'll be there probably Sunday. That'll be almost 2 weeks that I haven't been there. Right. But having that line of communication and then prioritizing, when things are necessary, I'll change my schedule for my family. So, just one day at a time, really.
I got another question. Who would you say that Mr. Blakes is? Who would you say that you are? Like, if somebody say, well, that's Bob, or he has this preaching style, he's there. Who would you say, if somebody wonder who's Pastor Blakes, how would you explain that?
Who would I liken myself to? That might be in the...
It says, instead your children are going. Times 24/7 for stuff that God will just add to you. But God says in Matthew 6:33, seek me first, and I'll add all this other junk to you. But you so locked in on the junk, you've not really fallen in love with God. And the truth, you get to the point that you love God more than anything and anybody, there's nothing that God will withhold from you. Don't tell me you love God that much. You know you're not tithing. You know you're not tithing.